In this video, I'm going to talk about soil survey and the classification. Soil survey is a process of describing the characteristics of the soil in a particular area and the collecting and the analyzing the soil samples. This includes several steps. The first step of soil survey is performing a general description of the study area or the area under investigation. Which include description of locations and recording of coordinates using GPS, description of the weather, local weather, description of land use types, vegetation, irrigation network and drainage status, relief, elevation, slopes, erosion, and so on. The second step of soil survey is performing or digging a soil bed, which is representing soil profile, and then describing the different soil horizons in the soil profile and collecting soil samples, soil sample from each soil profile, or soil samples can also collected using augers. The third step of soil survey is the preparing of the collected soil samples for the analysis. Preparations of soil samples for the analysis include drying of the collected samples, sieving of samples, backing of samples, and then sending these prepared samples for the lab for further physical, chemical, and biological analysis. There are several soil sampling procedures or strategies for collecting soil samples. The most common of them is simple random, stratified random, and systematic sampling. With a simple random sampling, soil samples are collected for locations that are randomly distributed across a representative portion of the field. In such type of sampling, soil samples locations are based on variations in the field features, such as changes in vegetation, changes in topography or slopes, to observe soil and to locate soil boundaries. For the stratified random sampling, the soil samples are taken from field that has been divided into several subunits or subdivisions, from each one simple random samples are obtained. This increases the precision for the field testing. The systematic sampling ensures complete field coverage using a grid system, and similar to the change for the simple random to the stratified random. In this case, soil samples are taken at regular distance intervals in all directions. The systematic sampling procedure has been widely accepted because it is straightforward and potentially increase the accuracy of soil samples and mapping. Soil survey provides sufficient information for the development of resource plans, but on-site investigations is needed to plan intensive use of soil of small areas. Soil survey can be classified based on two criteria, which are purpose of survey and scale of mapping. Based on the purpose of survey, there are two types of survey. These are general purpose and special purpose survey. The general purpose soil survey is one that is mainly performed to add information to the already existing inventory of soil information. This is commonly done for the national survey of the country or the region. The special purpose soil survey is done for specific intended purpose. For example, survey for irrigation network planning, or survey for specific crop plantation. Based on the scale of mapping, there are 5 types of soil surveys that are distinguished: exploratory survey, reconnaissance survey, semi-detailed survey, detailed survey, and intensive survey. The exploratory survey is usually rapid road transfer made to provide general information about the areas that are otherwise unknown. A scale of exploratory survey varies from 2 million to 1.5 million. The reconnaissance survey is mostly based on the using of satellite images. A reconnaissance survey is the smallest scale of soil survey where the whole area is still covered. The scale used for reconnaissance survey is usually 250,000, but smaller scales have been used. In semi-detailed survey, we have a combination of using satellite images and fieldwork investigations. Mapping units are usually soil units or associations. The scale of mapping varies from 150 to 100,000. For the detailed survey, it is performed through field investigation with predetermined numbers of observation points and spacing. This kind of survey is usually employed for small areas and for special purposes. A scale of observation varies between 10,000 to 25,000. In the intensive survey, a grid approach is followed by other way. Number of observation and spacing of observation are predetermined. Mapping units are soil series and phase of soil series. Scale of mapping varies from 1,000 to 10,000 or even larger. They are usually experimental station survey. So the aim of soil survey must be defined before starting the survey. It may be wide range or it may be narrow and specific. The fourth step of soil survey is performing soil classification according to standard system of taxonomy. And the final step of soil survey is the delineation of the boundaries of each soil type or unit on a map and storing the soil data and information in an organized geographical database by using digital soil mapping technique such as GIS. Soil survey information can be used to predict or estimate the potential and limitations of soils for many specific uses. The ultimate goal of soil survey is making predictions about the stability and limitations of each soil for multiple uses as well as their likely response to management system. The information collected in soil survey helps in the development of land use plans and can be used to evaluate and predict the effects of land use on the environment.